This is number 17 on the midterm exam review. The question is telling us to use the function g of x equals absolute value x minus 2 if negative 3 is less than x or less than or equal to 3, and x minus 4 quantity squared minus 2 if x is greater than 3. Now A is asking us what is the domain of g. Well, the restrictions tell us what the domain of g will be. We know that the least possible value x could be is negative 3. It'll be a parentheses negative 3 because it's not less than or equal to 3. Negative 3. It's just greater than 3, and then we'll go on to, it'll finish with positive infinity because it says here in the second restriction that x can be anything greater than 3, which will go on for infinity. And now B is telling us to graph g of x, and when we're graphing g of x, we're gotta remember our original graphs, and the absolute value of x, that graph would be a V-looking shape. But we see that there's a phase shift of negative 2, and so we know to move to the right 2 points. So we'll draw a point at 2, 0, and then we'll draw the V-looking shape until x equals negative 3, which is right here. And when x equals negative 3, it's negative 3, 5. And then we'll draw it in the opposite direction until where x equals positive 3, and it'll be a closed circle because it says less than or equal to 3. So it'll be a closed circle like this. And now for the second graph of x minus 4 quantity squared minus 2, we know that the x squared graph originally is a parabola shape, but we have a phase shift of 4, so we move over to 4, and then it moves down 2, so we'll move down 2. So it'll be, well, it won't be a dot here, but it's a parabola-looking shape. But now we know that we have a parabola going this way because x can be anything greater than 3. And then we have it going here to where x equals 3. And it's an open circle because it's not including 3. It's just anything greater than 3. And now the range of g, part C, the range is we start from the bottom of the graph, which would be negative 2. So we know the graph would be including negative 2, so it's bracket anything to infinity because of the x is greater than 3. So the graph will go on forever, so we know it's a positive infinity.